This is interesting, this whole live thing. Alex Tube, hello, how are you? I just started it, so I'm not really sure the functions of it, but we were going to see if a few people wanted to get in here and if questions were raised about this place that we're in, and just kind of have a conversation on exiting and basically, can you stand the truth? I know that's been a topic that's been popping up. What's the new channel? Low mics. Low mix. I am unaware of it, but I can definitely look into it. It's kind of weird not being able to see other people. Only be able to watch the chat. Yeah, of course. It says we got 3 people in here.
All right.
Just looking at a black screen.
Oh, really? Do a green screen on there and keep it stuff on it for screen share.
I was looking at these tools, I didn't see it in these. Yeah. Got it, I see it. Blind Monkey Prod. What do they discuss on that channel? It's weird that you can't see who's here.
You should be able to. You need to be in a darker area?
Mm-mm. What kind of stuff does the Blind Monkey Prod discuss? Like, I figure it would show the whole chat, but it just shows each message here and there. Okay, that's good to note. True liberation for spirits of man. Is it one of Mariah's channels or no? Oh, are you talking about on Amberly's channel? The guy on the bottom left, talking about Can You Stand the Truth, and Angeliki and Mariah, that same gentleman? Because that'd be good. No, they were on, I guess they were on Amberly's StreamYard recording that 3-hour video. Welcome everybody. This is just kind of an open topic. Trying to learn how to use this live thing, and yeah, that was it. Patchy Mics. Yeah, that was the guy I'm referencing. It's a good video. I get where he's coming from for sure. I think you did. I forget where he was from though. Apache Mike's. But he was trying to discuss Mariah's stuff and Angelique's work, but the group wasn't really having it, or maybe they just didn't understand it. He was asking if anybody's talking about it online, and Carrie and I have been. Yeah, I can. I wouldn't go one way or another, honestly, with that one. A lot of it correlates, it's just different terminology. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think any one person has the full story. That's why it's important that we work together instead of trying to push each other apart.
Everybody holds a piece of the puzzle. It might be big, it might be little.
Yeah, I think we all have a piece of it. What's your question or your idea? Roll numbers to find the truth? I don't follow. You can't in here. Because everything here is limited. Not within here, no. I don't think so. This goes back to the idea of free will and having freedom of choice. Which you can't have if you have, let's say, 10 numbers in that system. You're limited to that number of chances. It says we got 6 people in here. I wonder if they're all, now we got 7. Wonder who else is out there. It's weird that you can't see them. Like, see the names. Right, but it's the idea of limited options. And this gets into what Carrie says about one of the rules that they broke, where we were once allowed to come and go as we pleased.
That was a condition for us coming in here to help.
Yeah. Let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Like I said, I'm new to this live streaming thing. Because as a beginning and an end. So that would mean it's a finite system. So that's why they say it's an infinite, because you're infinite. You're not. Hey, Rebellious. Good to see you here, man. Amory, hey, how are you?
That's why the alpha and omega, because that means beginning and end. That's
Alpha,
one,
Omega, yep.
That's one of the
Hopefully you
big
guys can
lies.
hear Carrie okay too. Yeah, guys, this is kind of like an open panel. We just want to try something new and try and bring more like-minded people together. We obviously all don't like it here. And is this a join-in panel or a live? I think it's just a live, Rebellious. I'm not really sure how to like tap in somebody. Yeah, I tried clicking the name when your message popped up, but I didn't see a way to make that happen. So this is just, I got Carrie with me. We're at the food truck, so we're just kind of doing a live to get more people kind of attracted to it and see where the conversation takes us. Because all this stuff, man, it gets to where it's like endless rabbit holes of information. This is why I think it's important to realize, like, there is truth in all of it, but it's just like breadcrumbs in all of it. So we can gain knowledge like an AI system would of everything that there is. And no, I don't have StreamYard. Looking into it. I've been using Zoom for some of the open panels. But what was I saying? It's the truth versus knowledge. Like, the truth is we are divine sparks. We are the atom race. What's up, brother? Hey, Infinite. Good to see you, man. We are divine sparks within. We are housed inside of these vessels, and these vessels have layers. There's the soul, there's the physical body, there's the upper and lower astral, there's the upper and lower etheric, etc. And that's what we look to get out of, is this whole inverted false, reality. But I don't think that that's going to be by self-exiting. I don't think it's going to be by standing on street corners and getting somebody to take you out. Carrie and I talk about being on timers, and I think that that's very valid. Because when this event comes, I think that's when the shift will happen. We'll either be out of here, or that we'll be that veil will be fully removed, and that reconnection to the I am essence, the true Eve, will be reestablished. Correct. I agree with that. Because we're all in this place, and we all feel like we're missing something, be it powers, ability, thought form, forethought, afterthought. There's something that we are missing. You don't think internal. What do you mean, Rebellious? I understand, but I just want to make sure. Oh, okay. Okay. See, this is why I like Zoom better, because Zoom's more of like an open conversation, whereas this is I get to read people's messages and decipher that on the fly. It's almost like it's better to do Zooms, but it goes back to the splitting of the atom race, because they want you to think it all started from just one Adam and one Eve, but it's a race in and of itself. That's why we're all looking for love externally. We're looking for it horizontally instead of vertically. We're all looking for that perfect match, which we had in the true, some people call it the pleroma, the fatherlands, the homelands, eternity. There's all these names for it. The boundless is what I would call it. I think that comes with a, yeah, I agree. I think that comes with like a strong faith in yourself and knowing that what you are is not of this plane, this existence. When I say divine spark, I'm not using DI, I'm using DA, like the vine, not division. The words here, man, and the vowels are just, they're ridiculous. They've changed everything to mean 3 or 4 other things, and nobody can find the truth in this haystack. But we remember there's truth in all of it. The going within, and then the 15 different ways you can look at that. It's the same stuff. It's it's like the usurper matrix. That's a good way to put it, actually. Because once a true man comes in here and tries to wake somebody else up, they take them out and then they usurp that information and create a positive and negative polarity. Just like the character Jesus, Zeus, you know, Ra, Yeshua, like all of them. The true man that was the original person that they made off of Jesus was like us. He was against this whole system. Yep, you're right. Pair bonding. It's a false bliss state. It's a lustful state out of lack. Because they want us to be in a lack system so they can provide the solution to it. Yeah. Spot on, man. And then he cursed. Jared, you are way better at these, brother. Yeah, they can't perceive it. They can't. They can't see through those layers. That is true. Presumption. Yep. Oh, top to bottom, man. From like what's his name? Garrett over at Nonconformist had a video. It was awesome. It's like a feeding system, which is based in lack. You take what resonates and then just leave the rest. If it doesn't feel truthful, it doesn't feel like it doesn't make sense perceptually, then leave it. Yeah, I want you to join and talk too, man. I do, because you have some really great stuff to put out. I've always admired that. I don't know how to do that, though. I'm on my iPad, guys, so forgive me for the lack of knowledge of this operating system. I got like 5 tools on the right side. Yeah, they are. I think that saying, like, you only live once is very true. Like, you get out is the key message here. Like, not by self-exit. Like, endure, carry the faith, be the light. But don't let somebody walk all over us, which is what they've done. They've lorded over us. But honestly, I see that, I mean, I was talking to Carrie earlier, like I see this place breaking down like crazy. I know this sounds silly, but like I was in my house by myself and like I had a literal, hey Jake, going good, buddy. I had a scorpion like crawl from underneath my couch towards my feet. And this isn't the first time. And I'm in like, you know, I'm in Oklahoma, so the scorpions are normal, but it's like been a thing. One other time I'm sitting on my couch and I swear I saw like a blackish, smokish figure like out of the corner of my eye. And I told Carrie about that earlier, and she's like, yeah, it seems to be ramping up because these veils are breaking. The more that we put out with our words, which is our frequency, through the vibration of them, and people come to knowing of this place, the more that we see things come to fruition. So the more we talk about, yeah, shadow people for sure. I was on the way home last night, to give you a little prelude to that. I was in the bar that we work at the food trailer, and I was talking to the owner, and all of a sudden a song came on, and I got this very deep despair feeling, almost as if like there's no hope, like hey man, you're stuck here with me forever, like the shittiest feeling ever. I left the bar, and then on the way home I just started yelling out. I'm like, get out of my space, like this is not acceptable, like no consent whatsoever. And this isn't like me just talking this way. I'm like yelling at this thing. It makes you kind of feel like you're crazy, but after I did this for a few minutes, I'm like, I said a lot of different things. You know, I used my decree. By my decree, I command that you leave this space and never to return. Anything that you're trying to bring into this space, it returns to you tenfold. Things like that, it went away. And I was fine. Everything was fine after that. It was like a clearing happened, right? And I think those are the things that we need to do. We need to speak to it and command our power. Call in your power. Because if you just sit there and you just take it, or you just notice it and you're sitting there quiet, or you mull in it, they're going to continue. You got to constantly clear the space here. But yeah, I'm starting to see a lot of that stuff come through. There was just one time I was in the house, and this is before I cleared the house. I saw it looked like a freaking rocket raccoon, but like a cat. I could see its eyes. It was weird. It was weird. But I cleared that, and that has not returned as well.
Better?
Yeah, I got like 9 people in here, and they're chatting down here. I'll turn it to where you can see it.
I can't see any of it.
Anne-Marie said 100% about clearing. I was just talking about clearing the space and how we're seeing the veil kind of drop, and how we're noticing things like shadow people. And
Oh yeah, the smoke people are returning.
welcome Carrie, guys. I got Jared in here, Rebellious is in here, Origin, Jake, and Anne-Marie and Alex, to name a few.
Well, welcome to everybody. We're kind of testing this thing out, see how it's going to work or not work, or try to figure out something mo better. So how are you guys all doing wherever you are? Are you seeing different atmospheric things? Last night about 1:30, a storm rolled in that we were not scheduled to have, and it dropped no rain really, but there was the most beautiful pink lightning and thunder. Looking for a divine partner. I don't think we'll find them here.
Nope.
Not laterally anyway. Anyway, the lightning was really bright pink, and so my dogs were knocking on the door, and I was just going to open it to step outside and look, and they came barging in, so we had a midnight awakening.
Waters?
I'll do one.
You'll take one?
Yeah.
You too?
Yeah, that divine partner I don't think is in here with us. I think that they are outside of this. And that would be like the protection we see at certain moments that come out of nowhere. And Carrie and I both agree that for any jailbreak, which is all what we're trying to get out of this prison, there's got to be somebody on the outside. There's always somebody on the outside of a jailbreak.
Yeah. I think most of us have probably run through the gamut of choices left in this place, and I'm just at a point, I ain't even gonna look. Not even, the thought of being tied to something is just totally unappealing. I mean, I love having friends and people to talk to, that's pretty awesome. But anything beyond that, I don't know. I like my morning time to think and get my downloads and So I'm up and down, most of the night, and the middle of the day I start thinking on things. It kind of happens like that too. Non-dualistic. Oh, that's cool. Beings are love itself vibrational. Yeah. Very well.
It's almost like there's a breaking point, like a threshold that needs to happen before this place actually resets. It's almost like if there's like 100 true beings, we'll say, then they got to get to a certain percentile that are in a complete awareness of what is happening. I'm trying to read that. Oh, okay, there we go.
Yeah, I think if it's imperceivable, so it is, to me, Xist is what we are here, formerly of the is. But our higher self, our true covering essence, I guess, would be in a higher zone, I guess, awaiting the, I don't care for the word marriage, but the reunion.
Oh, rebellious. I think it's absolutely weaponized to be used against us. That goes back, from my knowledge and understanding, is the split. Because what they did was they had a man in here, a celestial man, and he was so powerful that basically they split him, and from him they took and made a false Eve. Trying to read the comments, guys, sorry. Yeah, there's no fixing this place.
That is correct.
It's not meant to be fixed.
I think it's going to go to a critical mass situation, and at that time, if we're to exit these prison bodies that we're in right now, that would be the time that we do that. But I think it'll be in a flash, in a moment, in a twinkling of an eye, so to speak. But that critical mass has to be hit first, for whatever reason that is. Even in the movie Eternals, there had to be a critical mass, so many number of quote-unquote intelligent humans on the planet before the entity that was hatching from within it could arise. And so they get their ideas from information they stole from us every time they mind wipe us and rotate us.
Alex is doing some kind of dice experiment.
That's interesting.
No, we're not doomed. No, not at all. The truth will set you free.
I think that whatever we are, our own vibration is the most like, that's the direction that we go, and we return back to that. And so if our true self is whole, and it will be drawn back to where we came from, which would be beyond here.
So Alex, I would say that if they know that you are in lack of something here, they're going to plan for that, to provide you with a, what did I call it yesterday? Like the next best option, like a snake oil salesman. Kind of like medicine. Like, hey, you got a headache? Take this. They provide the solution to the problem.
We contain the real. That's absolutely correct. We have within us the real, but we also have around us the thing that allows us to navigate through this quote unquote reality. And so you almost have to wear a suit just like a diver does before they can go into the pressure of the deep sea. You have to have on the appropriate suit. I don't know if any of you have read the Ascension of Isaiah, but even in there, it was talking about how in the spirit it was taken up through the different levels to their God. And but at every level, he had to take on a new form that was the form related to that level, and the forms couldn't change levels.
So I can't take this suit with me to level 3. I gotta transmute or push away this avatar to be able to be in that space.
Probably, yeah. Or have a suit on that would protect whatever you have inside. So that's why they do the spacesuits and diving suits and things like that. What's the other thing besides dice that people talk to or something? They ask it a question.
Tarot?
No, it's like something on a string. Is
pendulum.
it a crystal on a string or
Pendulums.
something? Yeah.
And they have a little map, and it tells them yes, no, maybe, and it sways.
Okay. It's kind of weird.
Then there's the micromanagement that below most awareness that is here.
Absolutely.
Yep. I don't know why the chat won't stay up. You can ask a question in horror astrology. Oh yeah, I've used that one time. It was really weird and it answered. It's kind of like a Ouija board.
But then again, you don't know what, is it an entity answering the question
Yeah, who's
that we
answering?
just can't see? You know, kind of like he was saying, the Ouija board and other things like that. I just think all the astrology and the, what was it, the tablets of death, those are all things contained within the astral, whether it's the higher astral or the lower astral. But they all wind up back here.
There's no outer space, it's just the dark abyss, and we are in a closed system matrix. Not like OG. Ouija. I asked the questions about my script and they all remain true.
Well, I think that's a good thing. You know, everyone needs to do their own thing. Personally, I don't, because I want to be able to rely on and tune into the voice of my own higher self, spirit, essence that is beyond, because their perspective is going to be way better than mine. And I found in my life that when I listen to my inner self, my inner voice, my own spirit, I don't screw things up as bad as I do when I get it in my head, oh, I can handle this, and go and do it, and then I find out, you know, after my heart's broken and I've lost everything 5 million times, you know, what a dumbass I was. So I try real hard not to depend on external things, but to look to the internal and listen to my own inner voice, which would be separate from ego and things like that. It's a still quiet voice, a still small voice.
Anne-Marie says she uses astrology, human body, pendulum, and tarot. It is only inviting in something where there is a problem like Ouija. I love external and internal.
Oh yeah, I use, what I like is, because I do watch quite a bit of tarot, and what I use it for is to kind of because I am still trying to develop more dependency upon my own inner voice. But it's fascinating to me how a lot of times the tarot is pretty accurate. Now sometimes it's way off base, but I think it's just intriguing to me.
Alex says, rolling dice is a problem, you say? I wouldn't say it's a problem. I would just think it's a tool that you are able to utilize.
Yeah.
If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not, it's not. I wouldn't be concerned if somebody else thinks it's an issue. Jared says, if there's never real cosmic justice, then evil ultimately wins in the end. Emery, use the dice and give us an answer.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I would say that there is justice because they will be left to toil with their own toys, their own AI machines and crap like that. I don't think that evil wins in this place like it has. I think this is the final countdown, if you will.
Well, I think after we leave, everything here will go on for a short period of time, and then it will just collapse. It will eat itself completely out, and there will be no more because there's nothing to regenerate anything.
Origin says, without soul group assistance, you can never leave this place to your own detriment. We are not singularities in consciousness nor form. Alex says that the dice, rolling dice and expecting to get answers. Okay. The dice says it's definitely a problem.
I wonder why that won't stay up. You supposed to have a picture up there?
It's because I have the camera closed. Like, it's for the facing the back. I found internet tarot to be far too general because they are reading for an entire archetype, and the reader taps into a particular energy stream of many.
Oh yeah, they do, and sometimes I listen to them and they'll miss it entirely. But I sent one to Brandon the other day, and they even said on there this was not for Aquarius, this was for somebody else, and so I sent it to him and I was like, dude, this sounds like they were watching, you know, from somewhere else and paying attention to what was going on.
Yeah, with my situation, it was interesting. Like they talked about divorce and finality of relationships and things happening, and it was like all of it was true to what I was and am dealing with.
Yeah, and then it said it's not for you, Aquarius. This is someone that's close to you, and it was pretty fascinating. And then some of them I listened to are way out Willie, and I won't go back.
Well, in order to perceive, Origin says, well, in order to perceive reality outside of this place, you would have to go into 0.02 to be able to perceive with higher extended awareness.
I'm not sure. I think that even in as many times as we've been broken and fractionalized and partitioned and split and chopped up and sent different directions, there's going to be some memory of the true home place. Not everyone's going to remember because not everyone is from there. And so the people that are absolutely unable to have any understanding or understanding of the place that I talk about, that Brandon talks about, is because they're probably not from there. But it's neither here nor there. I think that if they desire to go there, they can.
Rebellious is an Aquarius, apparently.
All right. Kinfolk.
Alex says, we are somewhat like life streams of energy, and my concept of vitality is reasonably on point. Welcome, Adam. How rigged are scripts? Should I just go with the flow in life and not stress about current situations? Partially, yeah. I think having the awareness, the conscious awareness of what is transpiring around you at all times is very important. If you're, working for what seems to be a handler, or you're married to one, that kind of thing. Absolute zero, ? Jake asks. Alex says, which is we are vitality by basis and empowers our vessel. Mystical Storm Welcome says, how to get rid of mosquitoes out of your house and free yourself from them. Good luck.
We'd like to know this one.
Yeah.
Maybe change your vibration.
Roll the dice on that one
Yeah.
for me.
Change your vibration.
Yes, everything, Origin says, yes, everything that you've been told and experienced here has no merit to Origin self,
Absolutely.
to true self, yeah. I'm Aqua, like water, baby.
Right.
The dice said that in my previous comment. Okay, thanks, Alex. There's no free will in this place, certainly not liberation, free will, the way religious zealots mean it. Everything is determined from conception, natal chart. Alex says my comment about live streams is what he meant. Ninth house Aquarius.
All right.
Yeah, as far as the scripts go, it's like we were scripted up to a certain point, and then we woke up. And then once we've woken up and realized that we've been on a script, you know, to reproduce, repopulate, those kind of things, work this career path, etc., then we have the awareness of it, so then we can then change it to a very, for limited degrees. Like, was it on my life path that I was gonna end up being homeless and move across the country? I don't know, maybe. I doubt it, but I made that choice in the sense of I chose to leave the script that I was on. So I think we are scripted to a certain point, kind of like a Trojan horse, right? Like, picture a Trojan horse going into the big castle. Okay, we're all sitting in there, we're doing the thing, we're all doing the same stuff, nothing's really changing, and then poof, we pop out, and all of a sudden, we're looking for the person to kill or whatever, just to kind of give a metaphorical sense to it. 6, the dice implies that this place definitely does not have merit on true self, origin self. Absolutely not. It looks to take advantage of that, to exploit it for their betterment.
Well, they had to make a copy so that and then they twist it. That's what the word wicked means. You take a wick and you twist it, and it tightens it up and it snuffs out the light. And that's pretty much what they've done, is they've taken our information and used it and copied it, and then from the copy, then they've made an inversion of the copy. And so that's where we're at, I think, right now, is the inversion.
Absolutely. The upside down. I don't think he's knocking on himself, Mystical. I think that Rebellious knows very well who he is. He was one of the ones that I talked to really early on. And I know that he comes from a place of like, I'm pissed off that nobody else is seeing this. And I get that way too. Fight with it all the time. But like, as far as like Scorpio, Aquarius, Libra, we have all of that. All of those things are comprised in each of us. So we carry traits for all of it. Origin says, remove duality, and that includes the thoughts coming from the mind, which is the catalyst of entrapment. Yeah, Alex, you can roll the dice if you want, because I'm always curious about the event date.
There you go.
You can say, ask it, when is the event? And not the events that they talk about here, hurricane this and whatever. I'm talking about the event of closure, the event of the removal of the archetypes that are us, the true. One's based in love, non-duality, co-creation, those sorts of things, harmony. Because that's what was taken, it seems. What do I ask in particular?
And what they give us back, they take it from us and then they hand it back, as just a portion of what that is.
They take the light, they mix it with the dark, it becomes shiny, and then they feed it back to us.
Yeah, and we think it's light because we don't come from a place where darkness is. And so if that's the case, then it's more palatable when it has something in common. Just like when you're cooking, you generally don't mix a really hot something in with something really cold. You kind of slowly and gradually add certain ingredients in, and so you can kind of meld them all together, and then they're more palatable. And that's what they've done, is they've made things palatable, but with just a hint of that truth that will resonate with most people on the deep inside, and then they get stuck in it and believing the error. It's just like Mary Poppins. A spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down.
Or adding salt to your food when it's bland, because what they've produced is bland, and we are the salt. So
Yeah.
they're adding it to
Absolutely.
it. Ask Alex. Ask it if the event will occur in the next 2-3 months. I don't know. The simulation does not seem to be turning around, but I wonder. Well, I think that they have to destroy themselves to a degree. I'll have to leave the construct as soon as possible. I did my alignment and completed it in 3 days. That was from Origin. Jake says the raccoon would rather die trying to grab the shiny piece of metal rather than to leave it. Yeah. Yep.
And that's also the same as the story about the monkey, that the way they set up traps for monkeys was to leave a banana in a jar, and the monkey would sit their hand into the jar to get the banana, but refused to let go of the banana
To get the arm out.
to get free. And so they could not get free because now they were trapped, because they would not leave the banana behind. And so that's where we've been programmed to have out of lack. And so when we have desires for these different things and we decide we choose them over, it's just time to go, everyone's got to make their own mind up. For me, I've got my mind made up. And like-minded people would have theirs in the same way, but then real love allows others to think the way they think, and I think that's just as great.
Mm-hmm.
Just not what I think.
Thanks, Alex. Not within the next 2 to 3 months.
How about the election?
Yeah, ask it about the election. Will there be an election? Because I don't see it. Really appreciate you guys getting on here so far and chatting. This has been pretty cool. Outside of, I wish I could see y'all or know who all is here. Has Alex been on one of our Zooms? Maybe?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the name looks familiar. Origin says, good analogy with the monkeys, I like that. And then it turns sour with the mind reference. Yeah, totally. The dice rolls 1, definitely an election. Okay, they can have fun with that. Oh, he was on a meeting, okay. Or they were on a meeting, okay, cool. I think people here get lost on all the words, like Origin said, Origin's message is basically saying the same thing Carrie and I are saying, and our message is saying the same thing that Jared's and Rebellious and Garrett and Anne-Marie's message is. It's just we come from different walks or scripting of the life, and so we say things differently. When we break it down, it's pretty much the same thing.
And I think that's where we were talking about free choice a while ago, that when you realize the scripting is going on, that's where we have the ability to make that free choice, to either go along with that or to not do it. And so for me, I've chosen not to go along with the script that you must be married, have 5.3 children, and have a job, work 9 to 5, and then 40 hours extra, and live in a 3-car garage house with 10 vehicles, and 50 dogs. I'm probably close on the dogs, but I don't know about the rest of it. But, that's the script I was handed, was you're female and you gotta be married and have, birthing all these babies, and that just wasn't in the cards for me. So I adopted.
Origin says, actually no one has a mind. We operate off of an intuitive, empathic, and telepathic means as origin. The mind is an artificial part of this consciousness. I totally agree with that. And so they want you to explore the mind. Thus, you'll use DMT, psychedelics, etc., and what you're doing is you're diving into their false, their I guess it would be false ego, but it's diving into their machine again. Alex says 1 to 3, our real selves are in danger. 4 to 6, not. I just threw my water bottle at Carrie. 3, our real selves are in danger to an extent I assume it implies. My soul group and myself have set it up so that I am not bogged down with non-essential data. Just enough I order to spark realizations for successful exit. Oh, come on, mind is necessary. Mind in the sense of consciousness, yes, but not mind as in a physical brain.
Yeah, I think the only thing that gets out of here is our consciousness, our conscious awareness. We had to take on form in order to interact in this creation that is made of matter, whether it's finer matter on one end or heavy and dense matter on the other end. You have to have a prerequisite body in order to interact at each of those levels.
How does one discern? How does one navigate? The mind is artificial and not originally part of the source beings. Yes, agreed. Mm-hmm. Well, you're navigating and discerning through your consciousness, which is based in a knowledge base that you acquire here, and from that you're able to discern the truth within that knowledge base. Observe the thoughts, yes. Like, that's a good point, observing the thoughts, because like there'll be times when I'm trying to go to sleep and I will kind of lull off, and all of a sudden it's like, I wasn't thinking, why would I think that? Or why was it putting me into like a scenario, almost like trying to put me into a dream state? And I'm like, that's not me. Like, I didn't ask for this, I didn't formulate this is coming from somewhere else, it's not me. Origin says the mind isn't artificial and not, yeah. Then says, just don't engage or address them. Yeah, I tell them to get out of my space. I did not approve it. No consent to that. Origin says, then once the mind is still, you will understand when your senses of expanded awareness gives you the ability to perceive in the origin way. Origin, I would agree with that for sure. Sorry. I didn't know if you wanted me to reply to that or not. I would agree. That it's that voice, that small voice. Let your conscience be your guide. Alex, are you still asking the dice questions? Yeah, so Origin says, mind is not part of consciousness. They are not part of each other. I would agree. To say that I need mind would come from a lack system. No dice rolling at the moment. All right, Alex. I was just poking at you. I agree, Origin. Alex says he's trying to think of something to ask. Too bad you can't ask questions except for yes and no.
Are we gonna get another hurricane?
Yes. Adam says, is it enough to be completely adamant in my mind that I am not coming back in order to exit? Origin says, I am still the mind programming within myself. I am still the mind programming within myself and have no issues. I'm still myself. Yeah, totally. I think that's part of it, Adam, honestly. This universe is mental, yes. Because it comes from, it's because it's based in lack. The higher field, Origin says, the higher field wisdoms is what I operate off of. Is the place we currently reside part of the astral realm? Yeah, there you go. Ask that, Alex. Because I think it is. I think there are layers on top of each other. You have the visible and then you have the invisible.
Well, we're just the coalesced portion of it. The astral is higher, finer energy, just have a positive and negative oriented entities that are in there. But I think that's where the skeptomorphs and
Well, that's where the as above, so below. It's not the opposite of that. Like
yeah.
Everything comes from the unseen realms. Origin says, the positive beings, non-dualistic, do not possess minds that's part of the machinery, and the builders of this place are all mind because they are negative thought forms. 5, mostly no, it says. At Jake. Five, it's changed. Astral. Mind is an indoctrination by the system. They push it, don't they? That all is mind thing. They do push that.
When I was a kid, it was the mind is a terrible thing to waste.
Because they don't want to die. Alex says, has the outcome changed in any way? Let me know. Which outcome? I thought it would be in no way change. Or I thought it would no way change. Okay. That sounds like the, Alex, that sounds like the Brahma in and out breath.
Mm-hmm.
The dice outcomes, yeah. Who is they? Is that in reference to rebellious? Was that in reference to something I said? Sorry. If it's to Alex, I think he's talking about the dice. Soul Group does not have a language. You said they push that. Oh, they meaning the I would say
Puppets.
yeah, puppets, but like more like the Freemason side of things. You know, the Manly P. Halls and things like that. While there's truth there, it's still surrounded in falsity. The creature under my bed. Kick that creature out. Origin says, look around, everything is geared to making the mind a normal, but that is deceptive because it's not really you. Mind, it's the matrix system. Rebellious says, whoa guys, this needs conversation. I agree. We can talk, we could do that. Hey, Rebellious on I don't know if my email is up on the community of this or not, but I'll tell you, it's journeypointshome@proton.me. Email me, and we can get you on a Zoom with me and Carrie and maybe some others, and we can discuss the mind program or something like that. That'd be cool. That'd be a really good topic. If you're open to it. It's Journey Points Home at proton.me. All I said was if you're open to joining me and Carrie, maybe a couple others through a Zoom session where we can all just openly chat verbally, just email me and we'll make that happen. I think talking about the mind program would be excellent and helpful for a lot of people. Cool, I'm in. He said, hell yeah. Hey guys, I need you guys to all do me a favor and real quickly manifest me some customers for my food truck tonight.
Hey, great idea.
I need some.
We're bored. We want to cook.
You guys feel like you guys want to keep going, or do you want to call it? I know I said 2 hours, but this has been really beneficial for me at least. So if we want to keep going for another hour, we can. Energy to me does not seem like it is compartmentalized into parts. Maybe the matrix is then. I will manifest some customers for you. Thanks, Alex. Okay, I can do that, Rebellious. She's open to us coming together, so that's good. Origin says, I wish you had a panel. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of got away from that for a moment. It got to where we were discussing things not in the nature in which we started the channel, so I'll start doing those again, Origin. Keep going, I hope. Okay, we can keep going, just whatever you guys want to talk about.
There's only 3 people left.
Oh no, that thing's been fluctuating the whole time.
Oh.
Origin, do you want to try and explain, or maybe you want to wait for a panel, your perspective on alignment? I know you have some stuff on your channel, but if people aren't familiar with it, I think that might be something we could talk about for a minute if you want. Cool, man. Are you still in Kentucky? Origin says, knowing is superior to thinking intellect. Yeah, and I would add to that truth is truth supersedes knowing, for sure. Cool. Well, if you ever head this way, let me know, Rebellious. You got a place you can hang out. I need some good food. Stuck like Chuck. Yep. Feel ya. My divorce is still going on, man. Trial date's not till like April 25th at the earliest. It's going on 2 years. Origin, you still with us? Didn't know if you wanted to discuss anything. Or anybody else? Weird you can't even see the time on here. Okay, Origin's still there. She says the source field beings are 100% aware and 100% conscious. The memory wipes were pretty much ineffective in my case. I have regained memories of self-actualization from the beginning. Alex says, I wonder how deep the rabbit hole goes, rabbit hole of truth goes then. I think it's the shortest one, man.
It's not a rabbit hole. Real truth.
Yeah.
Their fake truth, what they tell you is truth, just spirals around and changes, and turns and twists.
Yeah, that's me, man. At Rebellious. Yeah, I am. Same dude. I did think that at one point. God school. With great power comes great responsibility. This might be out now. No. Just picking Rebellious. Alex says, or you know what I mean, like evidence for what really is. No worry, Rebellious. School, Jake says, no thanks. Origin says, this is very deceptive matrix. Flipped script. Flip scripted.
So then we flip it back the other way.
We learned the system and then we use it.
Yeah, and flip that middle finger.
Yep. Poke that little middle finger out.
Flip it good.
Jake, how you been, buddy? I haven't talked to you in a minute. Good to hear. Likewise. Everybody says he's got to go. Yeah, man. Be well. Go for it. Go for it, Origin. To put on the hot dog roast. We did 4 hot dogs, right?
Yeah.
Jake says, Origin, are you the guy with the vids on your channel saying how to exit with AI dialogue in the background? Alex says, let us know how to exit if you can. Origin says, if you know the truth, that is knowing wisdom. One, two. I did that.
I get my glasses and see. Does that look about right?
Yeah, it does. Origin says, I'm here. Yes, of course. Go ahead, Origin. Lay it away. We are all eyes watching and waiting. Origin, also, where are you at in this place? Are you in America, or are you like overseas? Jake says, trying is a drag. Where is Meat Puppet when you need him? Oh, typing is a drag. Where is he? Yeah, for real. Trust you know deeply within your true self. Oh, of course, yes. Once you know that, once you stand in that truth, there's nothing they can do.
I think it's when we get to a place where we match the frequency and vibration of our true source, our true ineffable oneness. And I think that's what causes us or allows us to break through and return back. I don't think it's anything we can stop or control. I think it just happens. We return back to wherever or whatever that is, if that even makes sense.
Origin says, realize that these avatars are not our true forms.
Absolutely. I keep seeing me unzipping out of it and leaving it. Just
Yeah, like a costume.
stepping out. Yeah, like a prisoner.
Well, yeah.
But yes, a costume
And the zipper aspect.
and stuff. Avatar is Eve, Tartaria. That would be the lowest life form.
Origin says, it's our awareness, consciousness, in our true form that has then redirected into the avatar to trick everyone into believing that this is their body.
Absolutely.
I want to say, Alex, that her channel name is Origins of Beingness Attainment. Thanks, Jake. Origin says, summer true forms, we are all forced OBE in order to be aware in the avatars. Oh, not summer.
I think it's some are.
Yeah, some are. All right, guys, if there's no other stuff we want to discuss, I can go ahead and close it out if y'all want to, or we can keep going. It's up to y'all. Yeah, it's been fluctuating the whole time. See, like, it says there's one, but there's two people that just commented. Actually, I feel like my experience of alignment with higher field, I do not monetize and promise I wouldn't, because I want nothing from this matrix, only to exit and rejoin my soul. I get it.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, I'm going to close this one out, and we will try and find a time that will work and do another one. We appreciate all you guys' participation. We'll talk to you guys soon. Absolutely, Jake. See you guys.
Bye-bye.